Classroom management refers to the actions that an instructor takes to create and maintain a learning environment that is conducive to successful instruction. Now, these actions include decisions about structure, organization, and course activities that support students by managing their expectations and behaviors. Classroom management addresses the wide variety of skills and techniques that teachers use to keep students organized, orderly, focused, attentive, on task, and academically productive during class. Positive reinforcement is a concept in psychology that involves the process of encouraging or strengthening desirable behaviors by adding or presenting a favorable stimulus after the behavior occurs. In its simplest terms, positive reinforcement involves rewarding a behavior to increase the likelihood that it will be repeated in the future. First, we have a behavior. Then we have a positive reinforcer. Immediately following the behavior, a positive reinforcer is introduced. This reinforcer can be anything that the individual finds rewarding or desirable, such as praise, a treat, a token, or any other form of positive feedback. And then we should see an increase in behavior. As a result of receiving the positive reinforcement, the likelihood of the individual repeating the behavior in similar circumstances increases. There is a powerful link between parent-teacher relationships and student learning that has been demonstrated in multiple studies. Research suggests that schools with strong connections with parents were 10 times more likely to improve in math and 4 times more likely to improve in reading than schools weak on this measure. The manner in which schools communicate and interact with parents affects the extent and quality of parents' home involvement with their children's learning. Substantial evidence exists showing that parent involvement benefits students, including raising their academic achievement. There are other advantages for children when parents become involved, namely increased motivation for learning, improved behavior, more regular attendance, and a more positive attitude about homework and school in general. Inclusive education is educating students in age-appropriate general education classes in their neighborhood schools with high-quality instruction, interventions, and supports so all students can be successful in the core curriculum. Inclusive schools have a collaborative and respectful school culture where students with disabilities are presumed to be competent, develop positive social relationships with peers, and are fully participating with members of the school community. Inclusive education means different and diverse students learning side by side in the same classroom. They enjoy field trips and other after-school activities together. They participate in student government together, and they attend the same sports and plays. The development of an IEP is a collaborative effort between the local education agency, which is just another way of saying school district, LEA, and parents to ensure that a student's special education program will be appropriate and meet his or her individual unique needs. And this lecture will address the required components of an IEP under the federal law. And first I'll lay out a list of the 9 required components of an IEP. They are as follows, and then each one will be discussed in detail. Autism is a developmental disability significantly affecting verbal and nonverbal communication and social interaction, generally evident before the age of 3, that adversely affects educational performance. Well, autism is a complex neurodevelopmental condition that manifests itself in various ways and affects individuals differently. Common characteristics associated with autism are as follows. First, social interaction challenges. People with autism often struggle with social interaction and may find it difficult to understand social cues, engage in reciprocal conversations, or grasp nonverbal communication. They may prefer solitary activities or have difficulty forming and maintaining friendships. Differentiated instruction is a teaching approach that recognizes and addresses the diverse needs, abilities, learning styles, and interests of students within a classroom. Instead of employing a one-size-fits-all method, differentiated instruction involves tailoring educational content, processes, and products to meet individual learning requirements.